Mikachu said it first. Mikachu, you get to be our name for today. Let's see. Making sure. We can't fit in the 42, so you're just gonna be Mikachu. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't set safe ground at the center. 3, 2, 1, begin the run. It didn't set safe ground, so it put me way back at where I got bombs. So, it's Thursday, no tacos. It's Thursday. Tacos are only allowed on Tuesdays. Are you gonna unban tacos every Tuesday? Also, hi Glovers, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, that was like 3 to 4 minutes of time lost right there. How could you remove the meaning to life the universe everything? Great question. Can ban tacos on Tuesday, don't worry. Good. I'm glad. I keep forgetting there's not a cutscene there. I'm glad. We need to have Taco Tuesday. Ignore the fact that I don't think I've had tacos in like... 8 years? Is that a normal amount of time to have not had a taco for? I'm just not a taco person. I'm a burrito person. Tacos are yummy. They are, but like, I also like burritos. That is very bad. Oh. Does this mean I have to go get a taco? Actually, no. I have had tacos more recently. I had tacos at specifically the first GDQ I ever went to. You will attempt the bed percent run. Good luck on your bed percent run. I hope you get good sleep RNG. And also dream RNG. I've heard that's pretty important for quality of life, you know? But thank you for the luck with the run. Thanks for hanging with us, Atlantis. I hope you have a good night. But yeah, I definitely had tacos my first GDQ in person. Because like the only good place that you could walk to get food was like a taco place. If I've had a burrito, I've had a taco. It's just the same food in a different shape, you know? It's like almost the same. Not a best. SMH. Shape does not equal flavor. Tell that to people who are very particular about their pasta. Oh no, shape does equal flavor. You will not eat round chips. That's a very specific hang-up to have, lovers. Like round potato chips? Or like round tortilla chips? I am a believer. I know that like technically a small part of my heritage is Italian, but I am a believer in that shape does not affect the flavor of pasta. Other things that could be included in shape affect the flavor of pasta. Like, you want a pasta that generally holds the sauce that you're using the correct amount. So, like, you know, if you want more sauce in every bite, you may want a pasta that has more ridges and doodly bits, as opposed to spaghetti. And I also think that the flavor of your pasta can be affected by how well you cooked the pasta, and that if you have different shapes of pasta, they might have different cook times because they might have different thickness of noodle. But it does not affect what the pasta tastes like. Like, there are parts of it, you know? You're very picky about food, and for many foods, you must have some food separate. For example, when you have beans on toast, you allow the toast to soak up the bean juices, then eat them separately. I mean, I feel like everybody has some amount of, like, little quirks with stuff like that. If a pasta brand were to offer me a sponsorship deal on the condition that I have a rotating rigatoni... Hold on. a rotating rigatoni with a top hat on my layout, would I do it? Like, if it was a limited time, yes. In perpetuity, no. But limited time, yeah. I'd have the rotating rigatoni. Like, why not? Like, people would probably ask a lot of questions about it, but that would probably be the point. I can finally hydrate. That would probably be the point, right? I don't think I was supposed to flap there. That's okay. Oh, it did work! It did work. I was just a couple seconds behind because of being bad. Have you ever heard of the guy who makes top hats out of dried cucumbers? I haven't. Hey! Hey, Backside. Thanks for saying hey. I appreciate it. How's it going? I was not able to take a sippy when you first redeemed it, but I did take my sippy now. I feel like I need to update my Pip like sip emote. It could be a lot better. But I feel like I also need to make it Pip like sippy. Or is it good enough to be Pip like sip? Is there a contract so it'd be like you'd get X dollars for Y months? As long as X is significantly more than Y. If they were like, I'll pay you $1 a month to put a spinning rigatoni and a top hat on your stream, I'd be like, no. I have self-worth, thank you. I don't have a ton, but...
Hey.
I have some. Also, hey Nozema, how's it going? You gotta go fast? We do gotta go fast, even though I'm not playing a Sonic! What's your least favorite shape of pasta? Spaghetti. This feels like a hot take, but spaghetti. It's like... it doesn't hold sauce very well. It's just a slippy long noodle. Also, hey, Jennifer, how's it going? I don't think spaghetti's that good. The big tubes can't hold sauce. Also a kind of slippy noodle. Very fair. I feel like they're more so supposed to, in that case, hold the cheese, though. They're like cheese receptacles, really, for manicotti. So I feel like I'm less against manicotti than I am spaghetti because, like, yeah, they hold cheese all right. If Link got laryngitis and could not whistle, then he'd be just like me, for real, for real. I can't whistle. I try my best not to judge him. Farfalle? I forget what shape farfalle is. Shells, I feel like, get poorly cooked really often. So, like, good shells are really good. Bad shells are, like, pretty bad. I feel like I'm very tentative about where I get my shell-based pasta from. And it's not from the gas station shell, I'll tell you that. If somebody hates bow ties, then you're mad at them. Bow ties, I would also put in a similar boat as shells that, like, farfalla? Yes, thank you. But bow ties, like, I feel like a lot of times get, like, weirdly over undercooked. And, like, I'm not super about that life, but, like, well-cooked bow ties. Also, I feel like bow ties are really good for, like, a pasta salad. Like a cold pasta salad. Like a bow tie pasta salad. I also just like a pasta salad. Pasta salad, pretty darn good. I always forget to roll there. I don't think it does anything, but they tend to be less cooked. Exactly! They're always like over or undercooked in the middle. It's like always people will like cook it to either the degree where the middle is cooked correctly or the outside is cooked correctly, but they very rarely are both cooked correctly. Farfalle is elite in pasta salad. I don't remember which one it is. Do a hot pasta salad? Is a hot pasta salad a thing? Do people heat up their pasta salad? Oh, is that bow ties? Am I being silly? Am I being silly? What's the internet invented one? The one that's like, somebody invented a new pasta shape, and then it was like everywhere for like 6 months or something. Ah, I see. I do not speak Italian. This seems like a great way to bring up. I'm salty at Duolingo. Duolingo apparently has a mistake in it that it just made up a word in Swedish. And I'm upset about it. Like, yeah, apparently, it was one of the, like, listening exercises. It was like, my wife needs a new car, or something like that. Also, hey Brandino, how's it going? What the harp? Eventually we'll find the harp. Maybe, but this was like a voice thing that, and like I looked it up, apparently this is a common thing. And yeah, so that's what they wanted you to write, right? It's a listening exercise, and they wanted you to write exactly what Archon wrote. My wife needs a new car. Min fru behöver en ny bil. But the listening exercise pronounces car, a 3-letter word, as bilaga. Where did all of the extra letters come from? Also, hey Axe, hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well today. Like, it's an acronym for bilaga or appendix. Wait, was this actually an AI voice issue? That they want you to write it? They never teach you that, but it's like... So it would be like I don't think we have a perfect parallel in English, but like if in English I said like my wife needs a new automobile, but expected people to know to just say auto, but which isn't like a thing that we, or I guess better would be cell phone. Just throw the phone in there for free, you know? Ooh, I got the trick! I got the trick! But I was salty that, Duolingo messed me up. Because I was like, where was I supposed to get this from? An AI first policy? Ew. The screen name, Frank. With all the extra letters. In Swedish, you normally put a dot after acronyms. That's your theory, at least? Oh. So that, like, but it would be the end. They don't really do that in Duolingo. I feel like Duolingo might just be wrong about some stuff then. Also, hi Piersville, how's it going? Thank you for the look and the harping. My day's been going pretty well. I hope yours is going good as well. So My real frustration, then, is that it expected me to know a phrase it didn't teach me in Swedish. Why would I know that that's not... Oh, it's an abbreviation, not an acronym. Makes sense. It's obviously hilariously wrong, but there's a plausible explanation for why it ended up that way. Like... Yeah, Duolingo. Duolingo, though, has always had, like, the AI-generated voices for Swedish, at the very least. I'm told that some of the, like, more common languages to learn on Duolingo are human voices for the, like, listening exercises. But on Swedish, it's always been, like, an AI-generated voice, and, I can't say I've ever been a fan of it. In all of the years I've done, because I've, like, on and off done Duolingo since, like, sophomore year of college. I'm pretty sure, like, Spanish and French and stuff like that have actual voice actors for some of the lessons, but Swedish never has. There's this r/tragedy, full of regular names spelled in weird ways. Yeah, like, I feel like those are getting, like, really common with, like, millennials need to stop naming their kids, like, callally, but spelled like a tragedy, you know? Ooh, got them all. Nice. 2,000 plus day streak. Oh my god. Oh my god. I could never. I think I am currently on the longest streak I've ever been on, and it's at like 35 days. AI impersonations are still very obvious. The thing that also like regularly drives me crazy about the AI voices speaking Swedish on Duolingo is that so like obviously there are little words in every language that like we don't pronounce very clearly, right? Oh, come on. Hold on. Come, Link. Uppies. Uppies. There we go. There's like little words in every language that we don't pronounce very clearly. Like they're never ever the emphasis of the sentence. Like I'll probably not put a lot of emphasis on pronouncing the word a or the unless I'm talking about blubbers. But the voice on Duolingo makes the Swedish word for and just like completely like cuts it out of sentences sometimes. It's just like the sentence, if the sentence it's giving you doesn't make sense, there's probably an and somewhere that just did not play in the audio. This is specifically for like listening exercises. So it's just like, where does the oak go and why aren't you pronouncing it? And like, I don't know how much of that is like it trying to impersonate like how real people talk, that real people don't pronounce little words very well, and just like going way too far. Spelled Ray Farty. Oh no, that sounds like an SNL skit. Anybody seen the SNL skit of like somebody like there's been a big emergency at the official change of name office? That's what that feels like. Also, hey GDQ Sack, how's it going? Thank you for the luck. And hey Leslie. It gets softened to ooh. I believe that's my closest pronunciation to correct. But not to the point that you wouldn't hear it. Yeah, like that's what I assume, is that it's like trying to soften it like people would if they were real people, but it's doing it wrong. Thank you for the luck, Leslie. Your spelling in English takes a nosedive when you're actively thinking about Swedish. See, the problem with me doing Duolingo again is that also then my phone learns Swedish. My phone, like, I use swipe text a lot. And my phone will, like, I'll type words in Swedish for Duolingo, and then my phone will learn Swedish. And so I'll be trying to use swipe text, and I'll be like, hey, like, can you read this document? And instead of document, it, like, writes the Swedish word for computer. And I'm like, not what I meant, but okay. Also, hey Samuel, how's it going? Thank you for the luck on the board. Alright, hold on. Not bad. What? Wouldn't have been bad, except I glitched through that, lad. Gone to sleep now since it's 1:12 in the morning. Oh no. Thank you for the luck, and good luck on the sleep. I hope it goes well for you. Hope you get the good dream RNG that we were talking about. I glitched through the lad's crotch. Some days, you just glitch through a lad's crotch. And you caused that. I mean, if you want to take credit for it, it was quite funny. Listen, if you're gonna give me time loss, at least make it funny, you know? I stream my speedruns because I want to giggle at my own incompetence, but with the joy of others. Also, hey Z, how's it going? Thank you for the luck in the sun. I hope you're doing well today. Let's try this the real way. Since I've been having no luck with Perla lately, I think you're supposed to do... There we go. I think that's what you're supposed to do. It might be worth adding the switch language button. I didn't even know that was a thing. Also, my camera bugged out for a second there. I don't know why I did that. I did not know you could add a switch language button. I used to do Duolingo on my computer, because fun fact, you can do that, or at least you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can. But because I had international keyboard setting, it's not like I bought an actual international keyboard, it's just that, like, you can set your keyboard to be able to make international characters with key combinations, and still to this day, whenever I type the word Pokemon, I put a random apostrophe in it and then have to get rid of it, because I'm used to having an international keyboard even though I don't have it set up anymore. It's been a long time since I've had it set up, but I still do it. Hope the runs are going well, or at least funny. Well, we were 30 seconds ahead, halfway through Earth Temple, when I lost last run, and at least it was funny. So, can't complain. We're probably gonna be losing time because of log jump not going well. But we'll try our best. Just kidding, we saved time, but just not that much. And also, I'm standing on top of the Kiwi. When you were playing WoW, was speaking Swedish was sometimes censored. Huh. I know, like, I one time saw the like Wikipedia article or something like that for words being inappropriate by accident in other languages. That there was a Wikipedia article for that. I don't remember what it was, like what the name of the article was. But I saw this at some point, and one of its favorite things that I was like, huh, I didn't actually ever think that that was that funny, is that 6 in Swedish is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not like it's not that creative. Also, thank you so much for the tip, Samuel. I really appreciate it. Oh no. Hold on. We're losing some time. I will have to look at the message in a moment, but thank you so much. That's very generous of you. I appreciate it. Let's go grab this lad. Come here. Up. Okay, I need to pull you further this way. Oh, I did it too early again. Okay, that worked somehow. Woo! Both six and sex are sex in Swedish. Question mark face? You can just say you're gonna go have a number. Also, hi Super X, how's it going? It is also in Latin. I just remember it being listed in the article as, like, haha, look at this funny, and I'm like, oh, okay. Six is spelled sex, with a CH. I assume it's still pronounced almost identically, though. Alright, still have bad movement in this room. There we go. Sex does indeed sound like sex. It does. I'm sure people who are not looking at chat right now, who are just looking at the background, are like, what the heck are you talking about? Of course sex sounds like sex. It's sex. What else is it gonna sound like? What's different about this run compared to any percent? So, they're almost exactly the same. There's like a couple of things that you don't do in Harp that you would have to do in any percent. Because this is technically a half game category. So about half the game is getting to the Harp, and then about half the game is doing, you know, the rest. Well, we missed. I'll come back. You have to type while driving. Oh no. Oh, drive safe. Alright, and hit. Nice. I'm getting better at that. Oh, I'm not getting better at that though. I call shenanigans. But, it's a half game category, but usually the any percent speedrun would do a couple of things that would like set you up for later in the game. But we don't care about doing the setup because we're not actually doing the rest of the game. So like, I don't pick up the potion in Sealed Grounds. I believe that would be a big no-no if I was doing the full route, because if I was doing the full route, I would need the bottle. Because you use bottles later. You want a bottle because you want to do getting into Fire Sanctuary. So you do ideally want to have 2 bottles in a pretty timely fashion. But I skipped that. And that's just a me decision. I know that, like, Variety gets the bottle, just for safety, like, gets the potion. But I think there's, like, a couple of other things that, like, you would usually, like, worry about your bomb count. And we don't worry too much about your bomb count in this run. Or worry about, like, your seed count, which... Stop it! Diva! Why am I doing way more of this dungeon than normal? Because HD makes me. That, like, in SD, Harp would just be, the same as any percent for the beginning. That, might be a little bit different. Yeah, you can't do back in time on HD. Unfortunately for me, the back in time lover that I am. On SD, it would just be do Skyview the same way we normally do in order to get to Eldin. Do Earth Temple the same way we normally do. And then, get to Lanayru. And then instead of doing the back in time bit warp to get to Lanayru Gorge, we would do a RBM to get to the Temple of Time statue, to like look at the Temple of Time statue, despite the fact that we've never been to Temple of Time, and then we just enter the Temple of Time area and enter LMF backwards, and then you pick up the harp. But you can't do that in HD. Also, hey Wombat, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Okay, that wasn't super clean, but that was okay. You have the money to pay your sub, but Twitch won't let you. What? Twitch, don't be rude. Don't be rude, Twitch. Yeah, we're losing a bit. It's okay. It's fine. I didn't need that time save anyway. But yeah, it's like a common sentiment that the only reason why you can't do back in time in HD is because the Switch does not have soft reset capabilities baked into the console like the Wii and Wii U did. On any game on the Wii, you can push the reset button and it'll reset the console. On any game on the Wii U, you can go to the home menu and have the same functionality. You just have to do it on screen instead of with a physical button. The Switch doesn't do that. Its menus work differently, so it doesn't let you do that. But it's like, oh well, I guess they didn't have to patch back in time because you just naturally can't do it because you don't have the soft reset function. However, I believe Esme said that that's technically not true. They did also patch back in time. I don't know how, but she said they patched it very lightly. It was baby easy to unpatch. So HD Randomizer has back in time as a setting that you can turn on. But it's like, it's messed with. It's edited slightly to make that possible. It says you're already subscribed. See, I don't know how to fix that. I know sometimes if I get gifted a sub in somebody's chat, it's especially embarrassing when I try to go like, oh, thanks. Like, thank you for gifting me a sub. It sometimes will, like, not update me to have the sub badge. I have to, like, go into the thing where it says, like, what you look like, or whatever. Where it lets you turn on and off the like, VIP badge or sub badge or turbo or, like, event badges or whatever. And I have to turn on custom for this channel and then turn it back off again, and then it goes, oh, wait, you're subscribed. And I'm like, thanks. Thanks for noticing. Thank you so much. I got that first try, I'm so proud. But I don't know why it does that. But I don't think that it thinks the wrong thing for that, so I don't know if that would help with the situation of it thinking that you're subscribed for some reason. Interesting. Thanks, Twitch. You're a functional website. I'm never good at managing my stamina here. We're just gonna do this. I have way too much stamina, right? I have so much stamina. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we can't do because it's HD, but there are a couple of things that we do get out of it being HD. I can recalibrate the motion controls by pushing a button like that, which is pretty neat. Which I have to always remind myself that I don't have to / random doors to recalibrate my motion controls. Also, like, you can auto-save at statues, so every time I pass by a statue, the game automatically saves, which makes, like, the death warp that we're gonna do later a lot easier. But other than that, the text is just really fast, and the controls are a little bit more awkward, I would say. They're like a little bit awkward. Oh, look at that, an autosave. Just got back from Queer Board Game Night. You won Cards Against Humanity? Well, now I have to ask. At Queer Board Game Night, did they have the LGBT pack? Or like the Pride pack or whatever it's called? you know, the Cards Against Humanity pack. That's just about being gay. Oh, that did work. I did not think it was gonna work. Whew. Also, for some reason, it gave me the option to pull out my sailcloth there. That was weird. Oh god. Ropes are so bad in HD. Like, look at my no momentum there. It just killed all my momentum. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. H, by the way. Also, hi, Asher. I don't know if I said hi. You were actually just saying a game I know. We actually played a game that's exactly like Cards Against Humanity, but called Queer Agenda. Ah! Is it like... I assume Cards Against Humanity, essentially, but made by other people and more gay. Which... probably not a bad thing. Swag. Alright. Let's do a fight correctly. Alright. I did not expect him to work there. Hey. That was actually a really good fight. Jumping off vines works incorrectly in every game that has jumping off vines. It sure does. It sure does. It will always drive me crazy. I just breathed wrong. Sucks that places with cool nights and such are pretty far away from you. See, that was just always too scary for me. Also, welcome home, Super X. I'm glad your driving journey has been successful. Oh my god! What did I do? The power of getting a good G1, I guess? What have I done? Yeah, I was always too just like scared to go to like in-person social nights. Like if I have a buddy, I'd go, but like what if somebody decides to kill me? You know? If I don't have a buddy, what am I gonna do about it? I can't say no, don't kill me, please. Like nobody's gonna listen to that. Like, that's why I never went to like socializers. I've never been to lesbian game night. Turn the game audio down? Why does it keep getting reset higher? This is my question. I can, in fact, turn the game audio down. My apologies. I thought it was louder, but I thought it was just my setup. Like the audio I can... Switch capture. Meow. There we go. Have to act more social with a little unhinged to make them question if you can. But like, anybody who sees me is like, yeah, you weigh 100 pounds and you're 5'5"? I can take you. Like, I think I would be pretty easy to murder, is my point. I do worry about getting murdered because I think murdering me is easy and free, like putting river water in your socks. Just bite them. I know people told me at one point, because like I had something real scary happen, and people told me that I should be carrying like pepper spray or a pocket knife or something like that. I was like, no, because how easy would it be? Have you seen my arms? It would be so easy to take that out of my hands, and now, oh no, they've got a knife! That would be not great. welcome in the red, sir. I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope you enjoy your time in chat. And hello to the YouTube lands of GDQ. What VOD were you watching? Or does GDQ simul-stream? I've never considered this before. Like, I was hanging in Jim's chat earlier, and people are talking about the simul-stream stuff, and it's like, okay, I'll be salty because I don't really like the idea of streaming to YouTube because YouTube scares me. Dude, like, just a little bit. YouTube as a streaming platform scares me, but it seems like people are doing fine on simul streaming to YouTube. It's not as bad as I feared, but I don't want to put my chat on screen. That apparently that's required. Oh, they did for the first time this past AGDQ. Did people did they actually have significant number boosts from it? Because, I feel like for GDQ, that's probably a good choice, you know? If it's a charity event and they can have people, actually, who are volunteering to moderate, the chat, then, yeah. It doesn't matter how many people are in chat, you have moderators for that. And also, usually, chat for GDQ events is subs only, so, you're watching Co-op Twilight Princess with Spike, Vegeta, and Gymnast? Oh, heck yeah. That was so fun. See, part of me wants to do co-op SSR for GDQ, just because I like co-op and randomizer. YouTube is VOD land? Yeah. I don't think I'd ever watch a live stream on YouTube. I technically have once, but it wasn't a speedrun thing. It was years and years ago. Also, hey, Sam Pro, how's it going? Do I like Lord of the Rings? I love Lord of the Rings. I adore Lord of the Rings. I wasn't named after Pippin, despite the fact that I adore Lord of the Rings. But I grew up watching Lord of the Rings. I remember when I was very, very small, we used to watch all 3 movies every summer, basically from the moment The Return of the King came out. Thought about Pippin. I'm not named after Pippin. Somebody, I think somebody in Jim's chat also was asking me earlier about, if I was named after the Animal Crossing villager. But I'm also not named after the Animal Crossing villager, Pippi. I am named after Piplup. Don't... really. It's fine. It'll be fine. Nope, one of them lived. Get stabbed. Get stabbed. You own the book and the prequel in anime! Oh, I said rupees. Oh, and I wasn't clicked onto my splits. Unfortunate. Well, what else is new other than me missing my Diggy Dig split? Has anyone asked if I got my name from Pippi Longstocking? I don't usually get people asking if I got my name from Pippi Longstocking. For a long time, specifically, anytime I went to a cafe, if I said, my name is Pippi, people would go, oh, like Pippi Longstocking. And after a while, I got so sick of it as a comment that I would go, yeah, I never read it. And just as a weird way to be like, hey, I don't really want to have this conversation right now. Gotta hop out for now. Have a good night, Logs. Thanks for hanging with us, and thank you for the luck.
Hey.
I'm named after one of your best friends. I'm named after Pippi Inatofat, or Inat Ofat. I see. But yeah, my original username, when I was I want to say 8 or 9, I got a Webkins account, and it was my first ever real account online. and my username was Piplup and then a bunch of random letters, essentially. Piplup was like a new Pokemon at the time. It was very exciting and new. And then like that username just stayed for forever. And then like eventually I had to get a new username, but Pippi just became my name. Also, hey Ben Stevens, how's it going? Ben Stevens, run Phantom Hourglass again, we miss you. I needed to take my my moment to get on my pedestal. I hope you've been well though. I hope life is going well. But I do think Lord of the Rings is pretty darn good. And you know what? Well, I'm not named after Pippin. I almost said Pippin. I still appreciate Pippin. Pippin is probably one of my favorite characters. Love that little weirdo. He's a good singer and a strange dude. But I do think that they are very good. Game long, life short, so fair. I was saying the other day that's so funny to me that I wound up running Phantom Hourglass because when I first met Glubbers, I was like, how on earth do you run Twilight Princess? It's a 3-hour any percent. That's ridiculous. Who has the time? And then, like, me and my Phantom Hourglass 3+ hour any percent world record. Crying. Like, I would love to have a sub 3 Phantom Hourglass any percent time, but nobody does. Dragon Crest Runner's laughing. Yo, what's the really long one? The one that has the like month-long any percent, or not any percent, hundo. Oh god, what's it called? Tolkien had complaints about the Swedish translation of Lord of the Rings. What a weird thing to take issue with. Baten Kaitos, thank you. I could not think of the word. But yeah, Baten Kaitos hundo runners crying. But like, I guess 3 hours isn't too long in the grand scheme of things. Alright, hold on. It is time for... Get over here, sir. Hi. Hey, boo. Hey, boo-boo. Here comes Boko Boo-Boo. My camera sucks. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, lad. Nice. Oh, that was scary. It worked! It worked! Oh god. Whee! Splat. There we go. Dragon Quest 8 any percent is like 10 hours. Oh my god. Low percent TP. Low percent Twilight Princess is actually not very long anymore. Unfortunately, which makes me very, very sad. If anybody's missed recent developments in Twilight Princess, there's this thing called Po Gate Skip, which takes out the longest slide, the longest rupee slide in Twilight Princess low percent, meaning that TP low percent is kind of, it's just any percent with 1 extra rupee slide now, which makes me very sad. Also, hey Phantom, how's it going? However, we can still believe in low transforms. It's low transforms is still doing all of the fun stuff, so we can still believe. Decided it was so unrealistic that the Shield Man of Rohan killed the Witch King that he changed it to Merry and Pippin killing it. I feel like somebody told me about this, but I also would take issue with that personally, because no, let the Shield Man of Rohan do some murder. I love that part. It's one of my legitimate favorite parts of Lord of the Rings. Low transforms, my beloved. Exactly. Yeah, that does. It It feels like the exact opposite of the things that I love about Lord of the Rings for its time. Like, Lord of the Rings nowadays is probably not considered super progressive, but like, for its time, it certainly was. And it vaguely reminds me of the dude who wrote The Witcher. Really. Pardon me while I forget how to pronounce his name real quick. I did know how to pronounce his name. Oh god, why do I not know how to pronounce his name? I'll think of it eventually. But the dude who wrote The Witcher is apparently, like, as a person, just, like, very aggressive and very a feminist. Not effeminate, a feminist. And people are like, hey, why do you have so many, like, strong female characters in your work? And he's just like, 'cause the women are better than us, and it's scary. Like, he was a misogynistic drunk. Darn. Why did they let the misogynistic drunk write my shield maiden of Rohan? Oh god. Please die. Thank you. There we go. This hasn't been a terrible split thus far. Nice. Okay, that'll work. Whew. That trick's so scary, even when it's not that bad. But yeah, I will forever, like, it's very exciting in terms of the Twilight Princess stuff that, like, gate skip is possible. Unfortunately, that means that, like, I will miss dearly the days of, like, people going, wait, you can skip the first Poe, but not the other 3? What do you mean? Because it's very silly, to be able to skip one Poe out of 4, but you cannot skip the other ones. But Poe-gate skip was, like, really exciting. Alright, we lost time because of a couple things, but, overall not bad. We're still 40 seconds ahead. That's even more ahead than last time. It's mostly because Skyview went so well. No one took Tolkien's work seriously, apparently. He saw it as an insult that he was told to translate it. That's pretty messed up. Having your face 2 inches away from a lit bomb, yeah, with nothing in between. It seems like it would be pretty scary. But, like, bombs and crawl spaces react very strangely in this game, if you could not tell. 'Cause, like, I thought that trick would be way harder than it is, but, like, literally you just have to have it so that the bomb is not in the crawl space, but Link still counts as in the crawl space. Because as long as Link is, like, inside the crawl space, he won't take damage, and as long as the bomb is outside the crawl space, it will blow up the rocks because the bomb radius is ridiculous, and the like, hitbox for the rocks is also ridiculous, but it's scary. I'm a scared little Pippi. Let me be scared. Also, hey, Undertides, how's it going? You weren't reading chat and heard lip bomb instead of lit bomb. Oh god. You know, the deep existential fear that comes from lip balm. It's a scary world out there. Actually, is there a technical difference between lip balm and chapstick? Or is it just that lip balm is marketed to women and chapstick is marketed gender neutral? You know? Cause, like, I am a chapstick user. Take care of your lips. I don't understand why sometimes I'm... Chopsticks? I don't put chopsticks on my face, but I could. It would be advised. You know? There is a difference, but you don't know. Because, like, lip gloss and lipstick are both a completely different thing. Well, I guess we're gonna do this for safety now, which scares me. No. Okay. Huh. Okay, stop. Okay. I've been, like, a little not tilted far enough recently. Nice! Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. That was slow, but I'll take it. It's like a Kleenex tissue issue. Kleenex tissue issue. Also, hey, Savage. I don't know if I said hi yet. Hi! Chapstick is a lip balm? Okay, so Chapstick is a brand name. Like a Hoover. Or Kleenex. I feel like this makes me more want to never say chapstick again. Like, I don't want to say Kleenex. I've never been a Kleenex person. I've always been a tissue person. Because, like, you don't get free brand advertising from me. You and your doctor talked about chopsticks today. Oh yeah, how did your wrist times go? Band-Aid? I do say Band-Aid. What's the good option other than saying Band-Aid? Saying plaster? Like the British? How much health do I have? I believe not enough. Right? Yeah, I adhesive bandage. Oh, that's so long. Also, hey, Oblop, how's it going? Plaster like the Québécois. Le Québécois. I think we're gonna take an intentional death. I'm gonna do it just no bomb. I'm gonna do it just to be safe. Even though I don't think I needed it. I want the health. Wait, I think that would have been the same. Whatever. Like, do you think that people would look at me weird if I'm just like some little American and say plaster instead of Band-Aid? D, by the way. Do you think they would embrace my Swedish heritage? Say plåster? I could. Why are we dying? We are dying to reset my health total. I realized afterwards that I did not have to, but shrug. Shrug. I was being careful because I didn't trust my math. I was like, it was probably fine, but it's fine. You would look at me weird. That's okay, Momo. You're allowed to look at me weird. You can look at me weird. It's like, I wish there was an excuse to say the word flat instead of apartment. Because, like, in England, it's a flat. And if you have a flatmate, it's somebody who lives in your flat with you. If you have a roommate, it's somebody who lives in the same room as you, like a dorm roommate. In English, we don't say roommate and apartment mate, even though we say apartment instead of flat. We say roommate and roommate, which is just not very efficient use of language. I think that, yeah, we should just steal flatmate as a loan word. You know? Like, English is already a mess of loan words, so, like, we're just gonna steal flatmate as a loan word from English to English. Alright. Oh, it did again. I don't know what's causing that. It's really annoying. but... whatever. It wasn't gonna work out anyway. Earthmate? Ah yes, my Earthmates. You are all my Earthmates. No, don't get to any percent swag. There we go. We are all Earthmates on this blessed day. Housemate or homemate? I guess homemate works. I've heard housemate, but housemate I feel like usually implies that you're like sharing a full house instead of like just an apartment. Which has made watching anything without a sub insufferable. Oh no. Yeah, it does drive me a little bit crazy that I do have ad block on my computer. I will fully own up to the fact that I have ad block on my computer. I have ad block turned off on Twitch because if I'm watching something and I'm not subbed, I do, you know, want people to get the money. As a Twitch streamer, I would like other Twitch streamers to get money, you know? I'll put up with the ads. We're still ahead. Everything's good. But Twitch will detect that I have an ad block installed, but doesn't care that it's turned off. So it keeps giving me like pop-ups saying, hey, could you turn off your ad block? Thanks. And I'm like, dude, I did. I did. Like, preaching to the choir, I already did. You are showing me ads. You served me an ad 2 minutes ago, you know? You know? If I drink coffee with someone, am I their coffee mate? I mean, as long as it's not too heavily flavored, I'll be your coffee mate. That's my impression of, like, non-dairy creamers or, like, bottle creamers or anything like that, is that they're always too heavily flavored for me. I want my coffee to taste like coffee, you know? Then they're your sister. Huh? Also, hey Pride, how's it going? Twitch doesn't detect your ad block? What kind of ad block do you use? Because I have this problem all the time. And, like, I do occasionally watch Twitch channels I'm not subscribed to. It is not worth it for me to buy Turbo. I have an Amazon Prime subscription. I use my Amazon Prime sub for, like, whatever I happen to be watching a lot that month. I'll use it during an event, or I'll use it if I'm just, like, you know, somebody's doing something I'm interested in that month, you know? Like, use it or lose it. Use your Bezos bucks so that you don't lose your Bezos bucks. But, apart from, like, that, and, you know, I have a sub to Jim. Hold on. Scary trick. Maybe that worked? We see? Solved that by not having Bezos bucks. Hey, it worked. Let's go. I mean, if it is not worth it for you to have Prime, then, like, yeah, save your money. Prime is expensive. Like, I have Amazon Prime because, there's, like, a decent amount of things that, like, I can't buy in stores near me, so, like, I have to order it anyway, and so, like, you know, not having to pay shipping on buying hair dye on a subscription is, like, pretty convenient, and I don't really have an option other than Amazon for it. And also half of that cost is my Amazon Prime sub, right? Like, half of the cost of Amazon Prime is my Amazon Prime sub. It costs as much as a single Twitch sub for me? Yo? It costs about twice as much as a Twitch sub for me. I also do kind of like having one Twitch sub that can migrate, you know? But I do have to then remember to use it. Your Twitch is broken and you never get ads. That seems like the best way of broken to be. How can I break my entire internet for that? You haven't gotten them in years. You also have 2 bits from when bits were the channel points. Like, wasn't there a period of time where, like, on Twitch you could get bits by, like, watching ads and to then give them to streamers and it would pay them money? I vaguely remember hearing about this, but I don't remember if it was true. But it was a period of time when I wasn't really on Twitch. Yes? Can they bring that back? I am such a patient person when it comes to, oh, you want me to sit through an ad, but you'll give me something? Oh, I will sit through that ad and you will give me that thing. Like, I'm not paying for a subscription if I can have it for free if I just sit through an ad. I'm just gonna zone out and stare into the middle distance. Like, that's fine. I was probably gonna do that anyway at some point today. You know, that works perfectly well. Ooh, nice. I got the roll. You have Twitch Turbo and it's not worth it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, hold on. I have to do the trick. That'll work. Do not kill me. Under those circumstances, murder was justified. There we go. Sorry, I have to, like, lean over all weird to do that trick. I have to look at my actual physical Joy-Con, because the Joy-Cons don't have, like, good feedback on where the edge of the dead zone is. So I have to, like, look at it with my eyeballs. Alright. There we go. Whenever you're talking in chat and then all of a sudden they say "adge," see, I have pre-rolls on my channel, so I don't have to worry about the ad break thing. And I'm aware that most people say that it's better for, like, viewer retention. Like, metrically, it's better to turn off pre-rolls and have ad breaks. But, like, this way people listen to less ads, you know? Like, this way you don't we interrupt this speed run to bring you a word about the US Army, you know? We, like, at least get it over with, you know? You can't use the bits unless you figure out how to give individual bits, right? Because they want you to give, like, quantities of, like, 100 bits, because, like, a bit is, like, a penny or something like that. I know, like, Variety will sometimes, nope, that's not how we do this in HD. I can't do that. I keep trying to do the rando thing. Why be a bootlicker when you can be the boot? A fair enough? Question mark? Alright, that guy's going down. There we go. Woo! You don't want to be licked? I don't either. Also, hey Rue, how's it going? Words to live by? Yes? Question mark? This is probably not a best, because... Nope, just kidding, it was best. Let's go. Normal things to do. Okay, hold on. Oh, that was a bad one. Oh, come on! Look at that! No! I was right there! I was right there. Okay, hold on. I almost saved... I had a really bad first one, and I almost saved it. That was an uninspired one. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. And that guy decided to be nice. That guy decided to be nice. We're good. Alright. I don't mess around. His hand was on it. His hand was on it. And I call shenaniganery. Like, you can do that. You can pull yourself up by your bootstraps, by your bootlicks. You can do it, is my point. You could have made it work. There we go. Also, thank you so much, Root, for 15 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Hold on. That was a really bad one. We made it work anyway. I don't care. Link is a T-Rex, but as a human, yeah, just... Like, sometimes he can pull it out, sometimes he can't. Sometimes he's just not feeling it. You like to lick a metal pole in the middle of winter? Is that like a thing that people did as a kid? I was always like told, like, don't lick a metal pole in the winter. I know somebody who did that, but I don't know somebody who did that. I knew some kids who did some stupid things. Like, don't get me wrong. I remember, like, a kid in my class when I was in middle school ate a quarter. Like, the currency. Put $1 in the self-deprecation jar? Oh, what did I say? Oh, no. Like, I definitely knew some stupid kids, but, like, and, like, all kids are a little bit stupid. They decided to test out for themselves. Like, I guess I just didn't know anybody who wanted to invoke the scientific method that badly, you know? I guess eating a quarter was not the silliest you could go. I in general knew a lot of kids who ate some weird things. I knew somebody who ate model magic. I knew somebody who ate construction paper. They were the same person. I knew someone who ate a rubber duck, and that was still the same person. This was the person who shares a name with Pride. I'm so glad Pride has not eaten a rubber duck, to my knowledge. Oh, I did definitely live through the age of, like... I feel like TikTok challenges now are, like, cringy and dangerous, but there was definitely, like, the time of the cinnamon challenge, where, like, a lot of those challenges were just actually life-threatening. Like, there was... I forgot that you don't do that. Okay. Hit it! Woo! Okay, we're good. We're good. I was trying to snipe. Tide Pods? Yeah. Remember when the idea of pretending you were gonna eat a Tide Pod was, like, super normal? I'm not gonna go for it. I'm too much of a coward. We play golf, and then we go bowling. There we go. Tide Pod and Sandwind are the ones you remember. I remember there were some less lethal ones, but those were definitely the most. Well, I know that. I know that the actual Tide Pod challenge was eating one. I don't know anybody who ate one, but I know it was a meme for a long time to pretend you were gonna eat a Tide Pod. That, like, I remember bringing a bag of Tide Pods because it was the only detergent they sold in the school store at my university. with me into the cafeteria because I was like bringing something to someone who is at lunch, and my friend's partner at the time, who is the quietest dude you have ever seen. Like, that dude did not talk. It was like the first time I ever heard what his voice sounded like. He looks up at my bag of Tide Pods and he just goes, "The forbidden snack." And I'm like, that's your sense of humor? Is Tide Pods? I feel disappointed. I just assumed that you were very in on very intelligent jokes that I didn't know about because you never talked to me. I had such high expectations for you. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Tide Pog. No, there's gotta be a Tide Pog emote. It doesn't there. Is Tide Pog old enough of a meme that it would be funny again? It circles around. Like we were talking about with Kisyi, that like now it's so old and out of touch that it's kind of funny again. That like your delivery of forbidden snacks sent your wife. Like I don't know what the statute of limitations on memes. You think Rickroll is funny again? Okay, a good Rickroll can be funny, I think. The Rickroll during the Echoes of Wisdom run at Zeldathon was one of my favorite Rickrolls I've ever seen. We're no stranger to loving you. I won't obey you. Care and love yourself for reals. I agree. Okay, I agree, but also, I have to get ready to split, because the split's in a weird spot. And we're losing time over best, because, of course we are. There we go. Over a minute ahead. Let's go. But I'll be so real. I'm not a person who will preach. You gotta love yourself, man. I am a person who will preach. You gotta just be okay with yourself. You know? I feel like, do I practice self-love? Questionable. Do I practice, like, being perfectly okay with the me that I am? Yes. Like, me and myself, we chill. Yes, self-tolerance. Like, asking somebody to love themselves is like a really tall order. Asking somebody to, like, just aim for being okay with yourself, that's much more doable, and I feel like leads to a lot more results. And like, the being okay with yourself is the first step to loving yourself, I think. Self-neutrality. Yeah, I probably do owe $1 to the jar, but I believe it to be true. I believe in it, you know? Also, hey Dirtblock, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. And thank you for the luck and the fun. It's fish. Do I need a fish emote? All of the real Zelda streamers have fish emotes, and I don't have one. I realize by that logic, all of the real Zelda streamers are just Jim and Beast, but they both do have fish emotes. Anytime I say hi to Beast, I say Jim Fish, and he responds with his own fish emote. Wait, ZFG also has a fish emote? God, I gotta have a fish emote. What's ZFG's fish emote? Oh, come on now. You won't, period space, you won't. Oh, it's just a spinning fish? Quality. Oh, it's saved. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, it's the fish from Ocarina of Time. I didn't know there was a fish in Ocarina of Time. It's been a long time since I played more of Ocarina of Time than just, like, the beginning. I'm kind of surprised. I'll be so real. I'm kind of surprised that I don't know any, like, modern 3D Zelda runners, like, you know, like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, who have a fish emote that's just, like, sight on. You know? There's a whole fishing minigame. That does make sense. I knew that Majora's Mask had a fishing minigame. Alright. Got it. There we go. It's the carp that gives attack up. Oh! I forgot that that was a carp. I didn't remember that. Oh, it's like the porgy or whatever, right? Or is that a different one? I'm like really scared that I'm gonna run out of health in this room. Like, I don't want to die. I don't want to lose 2 runs to dying in this area. Which is why we're murdering you immediately. There we go. Whew. Oh, MM3D has one. That is the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of, there was a Majora's Mask 3D fish run when they did Oops All Fishing on GDQ Hotfix, which, by the way, somebody tell Jiggy, Oops All Fishing is my favorite thing he's ever done. I love fishing minigames. I think they are the funniest thing in the world. And if he ever does Oops All Fishing again, I will learn the speedrun of Phantom Hourglass Get Neptuna just so that it can be on Oops All Fishing. I will commit myself to this. You know? Like, I believe in fishing. I feel like if I did that, I would in fact need to, get a Neptuna emote, and that would be the fish. This is not a direction I am used to coming from. I assume that this is slower because of the animation of opening and closing the door is pretty slow, but it was kind of nice to spawn in right here. Stares at the cowboy hat non-verbally. Wait, did somebody redeem the cowboy hat? I might have been focused. There's 2 carp and porgy. Oh. If somebody redeemed the cowboy hat, I can get the cowboy hat. But hold on. That was okay. I am a champion level stutter sprinter. I will have you know. Have you know. I really have gotten very committed to, making up for my poor brake slides with good stutter sprints. There we go. We're gonna try to do... I think this is the furthest I've gotten being this much ahead on this run. I'm pretty excited about it. Not gonna lie. I will actually talk about the speed run and what I'm doing for once, because I'd really like to actually PB. It's been a few days, you know? Okay, good. We got the trick. We got the trick. Cowboy! Okay, now it's cowboy time. Oh! Does that mean I need both cowboy hats? Hold on. There's a long cutscene coming up. We'll get 2 cowboy hats. Since I missed the other cowboy, and we have now a second cowboy redemption. We can wear 2 cowboy hats at once for the end of this run. And you know what? Cowboy hat looks kind of good with LMF's vibe. just like the Wild West, it's kind of dingy and dusty and dirty. I do, in fact, have 2 cowboy hats. Nope, I don't know how to do this trick. That works. There's one of them. And then we'll grab the other one in a moment, because there's more long cutscenes coming up. I know. I hid the other one back there. This is gonna be a bit of a process, swapping out 2 hats. Hold on. We're working on it. Satan has a yeehaw? What does the yeehaw do? It just sounds on stream. I feel like I kind of have a missed opportunity in that I don't have, like, sounds on stream redeems for, like, hosting stuff. And I do have, like, a couple of, like, audio notifications that are from my own hosting stuff, but, like, I kind of stopped doing it after a while. I haven't stolen audio from my own host shifts in a long time, which is kind of funny. You know? Like, I could. My brain wanted to clear out the chest there. We don't do that. We don't do that. I don't want to run into the spikes. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Another door animation. Another cowboy hat. This worked way too well. We are now double cowboy. One of them is blue and the other one is black, and I think this is perfect for my personality. Or maybe my aesthetic. Or maybe both? I think my vibe might just be both. Alright. Quick save. Also, hey Matt, how's it going? Matt, I don't have a 3rd cowboy hat. Matt has to create a 3rd cowboy hat. Oh, I only have 2. And hold on, I have to focus for the scary trick now. Maybe that'll work? Also, hey Squee, how's it going? Squee has decreed hello. Hello, Squee. Hello. I don't have a pink cowboy. I don't have a pink cowboy. I have a pink hat. I have a Barbie hat. I don't know how to make myself more cowboy. What is required for... Hey! Hey, Backside. Thanks for saying hey. What is required to be even more cowboy than 2 cowboy hats simultaneously? That was actually really clean. I'm pretty happy with how that went. Backside decrees hey! For the cow outfit! Oh no, I'm still trying to figure out how correctly do you launder a cow onesie? Anybody have any laundry advice? Horse and a revolver? I have My Little Ponies. We've established that. I don't have a revolver. I was gonna say unfortunately, but I think that's fortunate. A bolero tie? I don't think I have one of those either. Although originally, I did want... My original goal for the cow onesie, this dream kind of died when all the COVID stuff happened. But I originally wanted to be in a cow onesie wearing like a black tie. Like I wanted to be a very formal cow with my cow onesie and my top hat and like a black tie as a completion to the outfit. But I would have had to borrow one because I don't own a tie. And I was going to try to drive up to my sibling's place to pick one up or borrow one from my dad. But with all the COVID stuff, it was like, okay, I need to simplify. you know? I don't get to. Matt just really wants cowboy time. Just throw your onesies in the laundry. Like, it's a really nice onesie, and I've never owned a onesie before. I think that's the problem. I'm not experienced as a onesie owner. Hold on, let's do this trick that scares me in HD. It does not scare me in SD, but it scares me very much in HD because the motion controls tend to desync when I pull out an item, but I'm getting better at resyncing them on the fly. Yeah, and I cannot stress this enough. Ha. Oh god, that was almost bad. We saved it though. We're good. How often does one walk a onesie? This is what I'm saying. First time onesie parent. I have a Spider-Man onesie. Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker. Alright. Nope, nope. Okay. Okay, we adapt. Oh, when I went right through it. A Peter Parker onesie. Alright, cactus time. Okay. Okay. I see you. 2+ minutes ahead. I'm not sure how that was the best, even though I messed up the Armos at the end. I think I just did a lot better. Oh, camera. I think I did a lot better at, like, first try backwards is good, but also, I did better at the cowboy. I'm really learning how short, like, 5 minutes or whatever the timer is on that one now. Y'all, we already have the cowboy. Falling over cactus, by the way, to make me more of a cowboy. I don't have more cowboy hats. A skeleton man onesie. Is that actually, like, the Skeletor voice? I don't remember. I know that's the voice that a lot of people give to, like, Papyrus. Alright. Let's see how this goes. I'm skipping the first one, just to be safe. No! My last hit. Okay, we can fix this. We can fix this. We can fix this. There we go. Whew. Okay. This is because of the evenness and oddness of cows. If we're a 3-piece cow suit, it would be very normal. Oh. Oh, so there's no two-Z cow. A 3Z cow is perfectly normal. And a 1Z cow is perfectly normal. No 2Zs, though. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. I don't know how to be more... I almost said more cow. I don't know how to be more cow. Moo. Oh, cowboy. That's a good pinned message. Thank you, Glovers. I don't know when you did that. I was kind of locked in on trying not to throw my PB, because this is... We're gonna be losing a little bit of time on this split, I think, but it should be a pretty good run. I'm pretty happy with it. Not gonna lie. Don't split right now. Skeleton Man is a comedy song where they're singing about a superhero named Skeleton Man, and it turns out he's just a normal guy. Aw, good old Skeleton Man. Good old Skeleton Man. I think that optimally, you should gain height all at once on this section, but I always don't gain enough height. See, I didn't gain enough height. Any run you complete is a good run. Honestly, that's the tact to take. That's the way to look at it. Made up of bone, shaped like man, skeleton feet, skeleton hands. Alright, let's make the minecart go fast. Free time save. Make the minecart go fast. You know, like you do. How does one achieve this ornamental piece? I mean, I just look at it as finishing a bad run is practice for next time, you know? That's how I try to look at it, at least. And time. We did it! Yay! PB'd by exactly 2 minutes.